investigators are trying to determine if the murder of an elderly housekeeper is tied to a larger criminal ring. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. That woman was found stabbed to death last September. But an arrest made today exposes a complex murder plan centered on a big money insurance fraud. Brandon Todd, first on Fox 4 News at 9 with the intricate details. Brandon.
Well, right, and this investigation was more complex than detectives even realized, but the one thing they said was very simple in all of this was the motive, and that, they say, was pure greed.
At first, it was very scary.
Nearly 5 months after the murder of 72-year-old Anita Fox, right across the street, Brandy Roundtree and other residents in this upscale Colleyville cul-de-sac are relieved that there has been an arrest.
It makes me feel a lot better knowing that they have been caught, because, you always wonder if they're going to come back.
Police say 26-year-old Bernard Gorman helped plan, participated, and tried to hide his part in the murder. Detectives believe Gorman's father, Gerard Gorman, who's now dead, is the one who beat and stabbed 72-year-old Anita Fox.
It's believed that they followed her for a few days to determine her habits and looking for the right time to carry out the murder.
According to the arrest warrant affidavit, Fox had a $1 million life insurance policy and that the policy ownership and beneficiary had been transferred in 2013, and that Gerard Gorman and at least two others were paying $700 a month each to maintain that policy. Police don't think the suspects knew Fox or that she knew them. Detectives say they killed her to collect on that policy.
She was specifically targeted as a result of an insurance fraud scheme.
You may remember the suspects were seen at the murder scene in a tan truck with a ladder rack. According to the arrest warrant affidavit, someone saw that truck 2 days before the murder and became suspicious of this vehicle and had his wife take a photograph of the pickup with her cell phone. Turns out that picture was how detectives found Bernard Gorman. It was registered to him. And while Gorman initially denied his role in the murders, that all changed last month when his 48-year-old father, Gerard Gorman, died.
The suspect's death is currently under investigation by the Harris County Medical Examiner's Office. However, it appears to be natural at this point.
Police questioned Gorman again. According to the arrest warrant affidavit, the story was different this time. Gorman said he drove his father to the house, telling police when his father exited 501 Frontier Court and re-entered his vehicle, his dad, Gerard Gorman, had blood on his arm that was not present when he exited the pickup.
After brutally murdering Miss Fox, the two suspects immediately drove back to the Houston area.
Now, I did have a chance to talk off camera with the owner of the home where Anita Fox was killed, and Steve, honestly, she was just shaking her head at all these details. She was very disturbed, but she just kept saying, after hearing a lot of the things that the detectives were saying, how sad she was for the Fox family. Steve?
Actually, it's Heather here. Brandon.
Oh, Heather.
That's okay. There's so many questions that go along with this. I guess first, how did they get this life insurance policy? And then after that, what about the person who signed off on it? And then after all this, how do they plan to collect the money?
Right, well, a lot of these questions are the same questions we had today, and honestly, Heather, some of them weren't even answered. A lot of this is almost split up into two separate investigations. You've got the murder investigation, and now you've got this insurance scheme investigation that involves the Texas Department of Insurance, the FBI, and the U.S. Attorney's Office. And I mean, you got to wonder how they expected to cash in on all this. Did they have false documents ready and waiting for that? We don't know, and some of those questions just are unanswered right now as they're part of the investigation. But it's also fair to state that there are a lot more people involved in this. They called this a scheme today and suggested that in that part of the investigation there will probably be a lot more arrests.
All right, we'll have to keep watching then and figure out where this goes. But just on a side note, boy, those witnesses, talk about a good sketch and getting a photo of that truck and everything. That's great work on the neighbors and witnesses' part. Brandon, thank you.